In this video we will look at the paste special functionality of Excel. So in its simplest format, if you have a set of data, I'll take this first table, select the data. I'm leaving out the month and the totals. I copy by pressing Ctrl C, and if you right click here at the bottom and say paste special, you'll get the paste special dialog box. The most obvious one is to paste values. This is the one you'll use most of the time when you use paste special. If I say values and OK, the data has been copied over, but you'll see all the formatting is gone. In this column you'll see there on top there was formulas, but now it's all just values. There's no formulas anymore. This is the most common use of paste special. So what I'll show you is some of the other uses of paste special. While you have a set of data copied like this, you can use paste special multiple times. So I've paste special values here. If I right click and copy paste special again, and this time say formats and click OK, now you'll see that the two sets of data is formatted the same, but this is still just values. And you can keep adding to the paste special by just doing this over and over, and you can use some of these other options as well, which I'll show you some of the examples next. So for now I'm just going to take out this table, we don't need it here. Another example I want to show you is if you take a set of data and I paste it here next to this data as paste special values. In the original data you will see that I've made column A quite wide on purpose. Here you will see that column A is now the standard width of the standard cells. If I right click again, paste special, there's this column widths option that will make the widths of these columns the same as the original. That's what column widths does. Now the next thing I want to show you is, in this example I've got sales and commissions for 2 months, and they also got different numbers, but they got the same amount of people. What you can do, after I've copied the first set of data, I can copy the second set of data, go over the original data, click on paste special, and here at the bottom you can click on add. What this will do, it will add these columns, these numbers to those numbers. If I click OK, you will see the numbers now have changed. In this example I just did, you will notice that all of a sudden the formats has carried over as well. So I'll show you now how you can prevent that from happening. So I'm just going to delete this again, copy the original as values and as column widths again. So this is where we started. This time if I copy this data as well, paste it over this time if I click on add here, I'll also add values only on top, and this will make sure that the formatting doesn't come across. Whenever you use paste special and you leave it on all here, it's the same as a normal copy and paste. Click on OK, and now you'll see that these numbers have been added to those numbers, and that's what you've got there. There's also an option, if you right click paste special, that can say something like values and number formats. If I click on OK, the numbers now has got the same formatting as the original. The next example I want to show you is just the shortcut key. Normally if you want to copy data, you would select the data, press Ctrl and C, go to where you want to paste it and press Ctrl and V. This is the normal copy and paste. What you can also do is select the data, select Ctrl and C to copy it. Now if you want to use paste special, you press Ctrl Alt and V, and that will bring up paste special dialog box from where you can select what you want to do. In this example I'll say values, click OK, and there's the values now. So the shortcut for that. In Office 2000 and later, if you right click here, you'll also see this little icons that will guide you through the paste special options as well. So if you hover over it, that's the normal paste, that's the values, and you'll see in the background that you also see the preview of what it will look like. Here you can see what paste values would look like, transpose, which we'll look at a bit more later, just the formatting, or paste link. Also you can look at, if you look in the paste special, this little arrow to the right, if you click on that you can see some more what this values look like, values with formatting. So this is just a graphical representation of what you will see. One option I like to use a lot here is, if you right click, is this one for paste values, the clipboard with the 1, 2, 3 inside it. The next thing I want to show you is another example of paste special. These two blocks have the same size, but you can see that the data is quite different. Here there's data on every cell, and here's only data on some cells. If you select the data where there's gaps in it and you paste over another block of the same size, you'll see at the bottom, well, if I see, first of all, if I just say values and I click OK, you will see that these two blocks now have the same values, but these blanks, it's all blank now. If I undo that, and this time I say paste special, click on values again, but this time at the bottom I say skip blanks. What this will do is it will look in the first block. If it's blank, it won't do anything in the second block. If I click OK, you'll see now that the data has only come across where there was data, and where there was blanks, there is the data has been left alone. This has got very limited application in my opinion, but it might be something you would like to use. A normal data list would look something similar to this, where you have your field names on top and your data from the top to the bottom. This is also the way that database tables are normally structured. But what happens sometimes, you'll get data in this format where the headings are on the left and the data spans over the page. Paste special has got an option where if I select this data and I go to paste special, you'll see at the bottom there's an option to transpose the data. If I select that, click OK, you'll see the data is now transposed, and if I just fit these columns, you'll see now that the headings that used to be on the left is now on top. So this is also a very common use for paste special, is to rotate the data on the sheet so it is in a more useful format. The next example I want to show you is if you have two sets of data. So in this case I have a sheet called New West and East. The data has got the same amount of columns, but it is different data. What you could do is, what I'll start with is select the New West. I'll select the data, go to where I want to combine these two sheets, and where the data starts I'll right click and say paste special. The option I'm going to pick here is at the bottom where it says paste link. Click on paste link. What happened now is, rather than the data being copied, the actual reference to the original data is copied. So if you click on any of these cells, you'll see there's a formula. If I go back to New West, pick a obvious target. Let's pick that top number there, make it 500. And you'll see the numbers now change. If we go to combined, it's changed there as well. The usefulness of this is if you have two sets of data, which I'll do next. So I click on the East, select this data, go back to combined, go to below the last one, right click on this, paste special, and this time I pick paste link as well. Effectively what this has done is give you a combined list of these two sheets in one place, but these two sheets can still be edited separately from the combined data, and it will reflect in the combined data. This is a useful way of looking at combined data. The last thing I want to show you that is slightly advanced, and you can also look up the camera tool in Excel. This relates to the camera tool. It's not in the older versions of Excel, but it is in the later versions. If you look up the camera tool, you'll be able to do exactly the same thing. Let me show you what I mean. If I select any piece of data, copy that. Normally if I select, if I right click here and I click on paste special, in this data you won't see the option I want to show you. What you need to do is right click, click on this arrow, and at the bottom you'll see there is a picture and a linked picture. So I'm going to click linked picture. So what this does, it made a copy of the original, but it is saved in picture format. So you can have all the other abilities that you can do with normal pictures. If you click here, you can rotate it, you can resize it. So this becomes a picture, and you can see also that the background is transparent. Because it's a linked picture, if I change the underlying data, the picture would also change. So this is a very useful tool. You can look up the camera tool, or later in my channel you can also look for the camera tutorial. This is not available in the older versions of Excel via the paste special menu, but you can look at how to enable the camera tool and you'll be able to do exactly the same thing. So that's the usefulness of paste special in Excel. It does much more than just paste values. Hi, this is Anton from the Data Developer channel. If you've liked this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up below and subscribing to the channel. And thank you for watching.